Hello, everyone. Wishing you a very Merry Christmas. And I hope you take time to reflect, pause, and unwind. And if you're like me, you've been running at 100 miles per hour, it's a real opportunity to take some time with the loved ones. And I thought I'll take this opportunity to share some of my reading list with you. If I go through the entire list, this will be longer than an episode of Rogan Josh podcast, but I'm just going to condense it for you into three themes. And this year I've been very intentional about my reading, not for motivation, but for calibration. And theme number one is about peak performance and performance under stress. And one book that really stood out for me is Peak Performance. This completely changed the game in terms of how I thought about peak performance and sustained period of peak performance. It's not about being relentless all the time. It's about, this book really changed the narrative in terms of thinking about peak performance as managing a performance cycle, an intense peak performance followed by restfulness and recovery, push and pause, intensity and recovery. And this is really key if you're a busy leader, that you manage your energy level, you manage the momentum, you prioritize high impact work while also protecting yourself. Because if you're not managing yourself, you become a constraint. And the second theme is about building great teams and systems. Captures the essence of it for me. What I really liked about working it backwards is that when you're working in a scale up, often you're having to build great teams, systems, and processes that can exponentially scale, often when faced with ambiguity as well. So what I was particularly impressed, not the success of Amazon per se, but how they achieved that success and how the systems and processes and values they built that ensured consistent, repeatable success. Things like how they prioritize resource allocation, things like how they make explicit trade-offs. And it also talks about cultures and values. Culture says a series of decisions that are made. Who makes the decision, how they're made, and what value they are optimizing for. This is for me a complete game changer, because without value and purpose, but also without real understanding about the core mission, no amount of fancy system and processes is not going to scale it for you. Three, influence without authority. And this really sums it up for me in terms of most of the finance colleagues or finance leaders in this in my network would attest to this, is that we often having to influence situations where we don't have formal authority. And the coaching habits really sums it up for me. It's often not having all the answers, but it's about having the right questions to ask at the right moment. Completely a paradigm shift for me in the way I thought about thinking about influence. It's about creating an environment where others can thrive by nurturing your curiosity. You are asking less, listening more, and empower others to come up with the solutions that they are capable of doing. Otherwise, as a leader, you become the bottleneck. So these are my three themes. Let me know what you've been reading, and if you've been reading some amazing books, let me know what I should be reading in 2026. And I hope you have a restful Christmas and a thoughtful start to 2026. All the very best.